Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to show you how we can take our existing Copilot Studio agent and can enable a smart calendar assistant functionality in our existing Copilot Studio agent. This is not just limited to an existing Copilot Studio agent, but you can also create an agent very specific to your use case wherein it can interact with the calendar management APIs, graph APIs which are available. Using this, what we would be able to do is we would be able to create an agent which can basically go and look for the meetings in your calendar, can check your agenda, can schedule a meeting for you, and can even cancel a meeting for you. But specifically in this case, what we are going to do is we are going to use an calendar management MCP server which is given by Microsoft. Now when it comes to MCP server, this concept is not related to just for Microsoft 365. It basically stands for Model Context Protocol, which is kind of an open protocol which is created to standardize how the applications basically provides the context to the large language models which are available, to basically kind of all the LLMs which are available. There are so much of good materials which is available online related to MCP and to understand MCP, so I will not go into deep dive it, but just to understand here, you can consider MCP as like an USB-C port for AI application. That is how what kind of terminology or explanation all the people who are explaining MCP basically kind of use. So the way we can use an USB-C to standardize the way to connect our device with different peripheral or accessories device like keyboard, mouse, LAN, HDMI cable, etc. Same way, an MCP basically provides a standardized way for us to connect to different AI models which has different data sources and tools. So basically we are kind of standardizing the way the large language model would be able to interact with different kind of knowledge source and tools which are available. And in this particular case we are going to talk about a knowledge source which is basically a graph based API which is connecting to our calendar related data in your Microsoft 365. Now, why I wanted to talk about this? If you think about a Microsoft 365 Copilot, right, which is basically a license to a Microsoft 365 Copilot for work, one of the major functionality which you would have seen, which we can see the demo, etc. about is that with that you would be able to basically get the data of the current user, and that Copilot would be able to help you to do this kind of personalized assistant on based on your graph API data, and in this case the calendar management data, which would be able to schedule the meetings, would be able to give you the available times, etc. from your calendar API. Now when I'm explaining this, as Microsoft 365 Copilot is a per user based license, similar kind of capability you can bring it into your Copilot Studio based agent, as I said, which can be an existing or a new one, but which does not associated with a Microsoft 365 Copilot license. So this is a very standardized way of adding an extra capability to your existing agent, wherein you can fulfill one more use case about having that agent basically also able to schedule the meeting, etc. based on your Microsoft 365 calendar. Okay, so now what we will do is we will basically I have already an Copilot Studio based agent which is created, which I have named as Calendar Management MCP Server. It is a simple Copilot Studio based agent which I have created, and what I did is I went to tools and I have added a tool for the Meeting Management MCP Server. We will see in a while how we can do it. Okay, so as it is a tool, what you can do is click on add a tool, and from here you would be able to basically select all the connectors which you can use it as a tools. You can create your own custom connectors, or you can use the existing Power Platform based connectors which are available. And if you see here, there is a new tab called Model Context Protocol. So this is basically the new functionality wherein you would be able to add different kind of MCP servers which are given by Microsoft, and they are going to add few more later, but you would be able to use it here. So you can see here there are contact management MCP server, which would be basically you would be able to manage contacts within your Outlook. Then there is an email management MCP server. Then there is meeting management MCP server, and then there are some which are basically dynamics related. There is also an MCP server for Dataverse which you can use, basically where you would be able to collaborate with your Dataverse data by using this server. Now when we think about an MCP server, more or less, if you wanted to simplify the explanation, what it does is it is going to give you different graph endpoints or API endpoints which are available, through which you would be able to just interact, add it, and then the user would be able to interact with it. Okay, now to add a new MCP server, a meeting management MCP server, you can click on this. It will ask you to use and creation, either use an existing connection or you can create a new connection, and you can just click on add to an agent, or you can add and configure. I have already added, so I'm not going to do that, but let me show you once you added what kind of configurations which are available. In this case, ideally we would not have to do anything, but you click on an existing tools. As I mentioned, within any tools there are three things which would be there: details, input, and tools. Okay, so in this case the detail is more or less about which what is the name of the tool which you are using, the connection it basically belongs to, if there are any inputs which you wanted to provide to the server, and then there are tools which are available. Now all these tools are nothing but an API endpoints and the standard tool names of the API endpoints. So in a way, the MCP servers are kind of acting as a tools only, which was previously basically kind of an action, but then you would be able to kind of use it here. So if you see here, the tools are get calendars, get calendar view of meeting, get meetings, get room, etc. And then there are descriptions which are available basically there. Okay, so now once this is added, you don't have to do anything. By default, the MCP agent server management and meeting management MCP server would work as it is. I will go to overview and I can go and test, and what I will do is I will basically kind of start asking the questions. Okay, first of all I will say that, okay, get my meetings for today. And if you see here, it was able to basically make call to the meeting management this thing, and then it is able to go and bring all the meetings which are there, which is available in my calendar for today. So I didn't have to do anything. It just went ahead, make the graph API call to get my meetings from today, and then it was able to also summarize the meeting here, and you can see it practically. Now next thing let me ask is, can you check if I have a meeting day after tomorrow between 2 to 3 p.m. IST? Okay, so what now I'm asking is, please go and check whether I have a specific meeting day after tomorrow between 2 to 3 p.m. IST. So if you think here, what it has done, it basically went ahead and understood my context that day after tomorrow is basically 16th of July, and then it is going to go and query and find if there is any meeting which is there between 2 to 3 p.m. IST. Now if you see, I have mentioned 2 to 3 p.m. IST, but it has automatically converted the time into UTC, sent it, and then it is asking that no, I don't have any meeting 2 to 3 p.m. IST. Now what I'm going to do is, we saw the example of that. Now let us see, can you set up a meeting with Parth Patel for day after tomorrow at 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. IST. Now I'm going to ask and tell to set up a meeting with Parth Patel day after tomorrow between at 2 to 3 p.m. IST. And so in this case, what it will do is it will go ahead and make an API call to the meeting request, and it would be able to basically successfully schedule a meeting between 2 to 3 p.m. IST. Okay. And if I go to my calendar, and if you see here, for 16th of July from 2 to 3 p.m. IST, it has a setup meeting with me. And now the good thing about this is that it has actually been able to also resolve the user, that Parth Patel, who is in my tenant, and it has set up a meeting with Parth Patel from 2 to 3 p.m. IST. So that is very interesting, you know, in the way how it is able to also make the post calls to majorly schedule a meeting for me. Now, if we look at bit in technical, well, like the way we can see from the activity map is that it is calling the MCP server, which is basically meeting management server, but it behind the scene it is basically making different API calls are available. Okay, and how do we know about it is, as I mentioned, if we go to tools, and in here these are the different tools which are already available with this particular MCP server. Now in one of the tool is called create meeting, so it is going to use the same create meeting API endpoint to basically go and create when my prompt is about setting up a meeting for a particular person for a particular day and time. So the idea here was, to able to basically give you and show you the capability of how we can use the meeting management MCP server so easily, like within 5 minutes of time we would be able to basically create an agent which is able to respond to so much of the calendar management data which is already available. So you can think of, as I said, to extend this use case to basically in a way enable scheduling assistant within your existing Copilot Studio agent to basically kind of schedule the meeting, etc. itself. Okay, to summarize, as we have seen, we were able to basically create an calendar management API agent basically, through which the integration very quick and secure also, because we are already doing it on top of Microsoft 365 connectors which are available. And based on this you would be able to go ahead and create different kinds of functionality which is available through which you wanted to basically use the calendar API, etc. So thank you, hope this video was helpful, and see you in next video.